Okay, well, I guess that works too. Hello to my first viewer and first comment right now. Are parachute pants still a thing? Vaughn, that's the first thing you ask me as you hop in here. What's up, Walk? Thanks for joining. Alright. Today marks a very magnificent and big day. I also got like some new earrings in. I have like two. I have one earring here, and then I have like two over here. I had to like change them recently. As you guys know, it takes a second for me to set up before I can actually start doing stuff, but this is like an intermission before we actually start, you know, actually conversing about things. But until I put my glasses on, I could barely see chat. I think you haven't made a video about pants. On YouTube? No, I haven't made a video about pants on YouTube. When did I get my ears pierced? A year ago. And I also got my nose pierced. Okay, like, I'll explain why I got my ears pierced. I've always wanted to have I always wanted to get piercings just to begin with, but the main reason I, like, was giving me an excuse to do it was because I was doing it for a video. But then I was like, nah, this is a stupid reason, like, to put this in that video for me to get my ears pierced. I'll just do it just cause. And I got my ears and nose pierced. It was for, like, infiltrating the herd, I guess. That was the idea. But I felt like it was a stupid bit, so I just decided just, like, not to really go with that idea and, like, leave that out of the final edit that I'm sure I'll be, like, finishing up. But I finally did get my pictures back. There's, like, there's, like, fluff on my little beanie here. If I can take it out. Whatever. I finally got the, of course I, like, break out too before I gotta go do something today. That's unfortunate. Whatever. From Jaded London. I got my film pictures back for the Tinder video that I've been, like, trying to make, you know, for a minute now. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm gonna be using as a main profile, but I'll show you guys. I look crazy, like, I also don't think my camera will pick up because of the lighting on that, but I look unhinged in this picture. I'll show you guys the fun with friends. Let me see if I have this picture in here. Fun with friends drinking. That's a pretty normal outfit. It's great to put on a Tinder profile, you know. You know, something more rambunctious. Salvage denim sambas in a vintage t-shirt. That's pretty good. See, I would post this picture, but my I don't know what happened to the right side of my face. Pretty normal outfit, salvage denim, some boots and jean jacket and a little sweater. That's pretty normal. You know, just some buds playing pool, you know, normal day out. That's pretty cool too. Very, very, very cool. What else do I have in here that I'm gonna use? You know, just a couple bros hanging out. Pretty like, well, this guy has friends. That's pretty cool for very normal guy, like a dude that's normal. Um, I'll probably use this as like the main profile picture, you know? Very parachute pants, Sambas, jean jacket with coffee. That's extremely normal. I'm if not I've infiltrated into the herd. I am the herd now. That is I you know, I might just toss that in there too as well. Like I feel like a normal guy would also just like post a little slutty hair, a little hair, you know, on their profile. Um I mean after that that's pretty much all I really got in terms of pictures for this profile that I'm building. I actually gotta build the profile now. I just like picked out the pictures that I'm gonna use. I then also now need to film the portion of where I need to talk about what I'm doing next for this video. Pretty zany moves, pretty crazy, pretty cool. Um, Bro got bullied for my. Oh, if we're talking about the, if we're talking about so I've been posting my old videos on my Instagram. So that was an old video of mine, and it was a time of when I had lost these glasses. There was a moment I lost these glasses, and I needed to find a replacement pair. I was really sad that I lost them. I was actually really pissed. I even went out to try and look for them. Uh, and you know, what can I do? But I found them. I found them. I'm chilling, and I have them back. But I'm posting all like some of my old some of my old TikTok videos on my main page, just cause like, you know, they gotta get reposted. Wasn't it? Yeah, it was in one of my jackets. I had it in this like old coat jacket that I don't really wear. It was a trench coat that I rarely wore. And I had worn it that one day out because it's just super heavy. And I wore it out that one day, put it in that coat pocket, and like lo and behold, it was in there when I picked up, like, I was like, I want to use this jacket. And then I used the jacket, and then I put my hand in the pocket, and it was my glasses. And I was like, no way, I can sell these Yoji glasses. I don't need these glasses anymore. But I was like going through like an intermission of like trying to figure out what glasses work better for my face. And I just couldn't like happen to find anything. It's 11:15 p.m. It's 1:46 p.m. right now. I'm actually doing a really early live today because I actually have stuff to do later today. And I didn't get to do a lot of what I wanted to do this morning. I had a really late start. It's been really rough for me to like wake up and actually find motivation to go to the gym. I actually find motivation to do really much of anything. You know, I'm not entirely sure why that is, but I don't know. I have to get back in the saddle. I was sick for a little bit, and that gave me an excuse to like not really do much. But it, you know, it happens. Motivation comes after going to the gym. Just gotta go. Yeah, it's not. I don't know. I've been going to the gym for like so long in my life, and it's just not what it used to be for me. Like, dude, I was insanely dedicated. Like when I was in high school from 17 to 18, I gained 30 pounds of either muscle and or fat. I was bulking. I gained 30 pounds in a year. Or like, I think actually wait, 6, 7 months. I was eating like crazy. It was like disgusting amounts of food. And I would be going to the gym at 4 a.m. before school. All throughout senior year, I was doing the same thing. It was like 4 a.m. I'd wake up, go to the gym from like 5 to 6, eat, leave my house around like 7:30, get to school at 8, and then start classes, and that's how I would start my days. And there was like, there's, I don't have these pictures anymore because I guess screw me, but there's pictures of me like sleeping in my morning classes because I was just so like tired from the workout in the morning, and like I just kind of crashed a bit. And to be honest, a crash probably came from like what pre-workouts I was drinking, which were probably they weren't that high in caffeine, but like I don't know, it's just like my body was just exhausted. So a lot of the times like I'd sleep in my classes and there'd be like, a bunch of funny pictures of me like just knocked out. Indian fan, I appreciate it. You are not a fan though. You are a supporter. Remember that. Oh, also, thanks for joining back, Edwin. Nice to see that you're in chat. Oh, what did Kev say? Other than finding what topics to talk about, how's the process of editing your videos? You're right, I'm not popular enough for fans, but I would hope no one would ever, treat me like they're my fan. That's the one thing I don't like. I don't like when people treat me like I'm like some I'm being on a pedestal. I don't like that. I like to feel like I'm adequate enough to be like respected on an equal playing field of whatever level that is for people. But other than that, I don't want to ever reach a pinnacle where I'm above that with people that interact with me. To me, it feels less human. Like to me, it doesn't really feel like I'm a human at that point where I'm being idolized, or like I like it would make me feel really uncomfortable. I like the idea of being equal if that's a possibility. Sure, maybe not in height, maybe not in weight, maybe not in style, but like as a level of mutual respect, that's like what I would prefer most people to be like when they come in contact with me. And most of the time people have been like that, and it's really nice. You're not a fan of me, you're a fan of yourself. I don't see, the thing is, like, again, I've been working out since I was 17, and like I'm 25 now. It's been a very, like, I don't know. I like bulked insanely high, got to 240, and then before I started cutting, that's when COVID occurred, where we had to go into like self-isolation. And I wasn't able to even cut any of that weight like deliberately, where I was also going to the gym because they shut down gyms. And like I pretty much lost the habit of going, because I was going to a place to work out, not running around my neighborhood or like doing push-ups and calisthenics at my home. I tried doing that for a month and I just got bored. Like I just couldn't do it. It just wasn't the same feeling. So like switching from free weight, like doing dumbbell stuff. I do a lot of dumbbell stuff, do a lot of free weight. Going to like the squat racks and stuff. I rarely actually bench press. I don't really like bench pressing. I like doing a lot of dumbbell stuff just because of the free movement I have with like my arms. And switching over to like just being stuck at home, like I basically lost all motivation. Got really depressed in quarantine. Also like basically lost all my friends even before going into quarantine. So I had no one to really kind of motivate me to even try and do it, but like I was my own motivator. I didn't really rely on people to go to the gym. People always relied on me to go to the gym because I was the one who was always going. So like the amount of people I ran through, I was like a hoe of gym partners. Like the amount of people that came like, yo, I want to be your gym partner. And I knew within like 2 weeks or 3 weeks they'd quit. I've only ever had two gym partners that stayed with me like consistently for a long time, but then once they got like girlfriends, that was the last time I saw them. But again, when I was going to the gym, like it was fire. I was dedicated. I'd go all the time. If I had school in the mornings and I couldn't wake up early enough in the morning, I'd go in the afternoons. Did not matter. I would go to the gym. It did not matter what time, what day, whenever I'd go. I'd be going to the gyms all the time. I would maybe like skip one day for rest because I'm not enhanced. And I had a like I don't know. But like when quarantine occurred, like and I was 240, I was like sitting at a lot of weight, like didn't really have much time to really do anything. I mean, besides being stuck in your own thoughts. So, had nothing of activities to do besides school, and it was just like the gym just wasn't how it was. I was like, damn. So I lost a lot of weight during quarantine. I went down to like I think I was like sitting at 220, 215, lost a lot of weight, lost a lot of muscle because I wasn't working out, wasn't doing any weights. When the gym finally came back, like I think I was like 220, 215, something around there. Started working out again, muscle memory that occurs. You start gaining weight back, you start getting muscle back a lot quicker than most of your counterparts just because of muscle memory. I started getting back to an area where I was decently strong. Then it just like, I don't know, like I slowly just kind of lost love for it. I wasn't like really into it. I mean, my main goal when I was at 240, even before going into quarantine, was to lose weight because I wanted to fit into clothes. I lost a ton of weight, but I don't know. I tried doing it I keep trying to do it. Now, really, what it's about for me now, like going to the gym, is just mostly for like health and to slim down, to stay like to keep maintaining my how I look physically. That's like pretty much it. I don't think it's for anything else besides that. I do like look at people and I'm like, damn. I was like, bro, I could be so big right now. I could be like pretty large, would be pretty sick. Get like some big arms, big back. Like the thing is, I have decent like insertions for my back. Like my back's not that bad. It's like my most dominant, besides my legs. Those are like the two most dominant parts of my body, and I don't know. Yeah, it is. That's literally the same reason why I go to the gym now, Edwin. It's just for mental health. I feel great. Like I don't feel great waking up and like going to the gym. Like I gotta go. But I feel great being in the gym, and then like after it feels so awesome. Like I can get my day started, and I feel so great and productive. It's the dopamine after like working out, but now like I don't know. The problem with me is that like if I don't continuously like have that habitual like ritual that I get from doing it, it's so hard to go back in. And unfortunately, like this month, like I think this is a problem with me is that like I have people that want to come and like stay at my apartment. This is one of the reasons. Like I have people that want to visit me, and I'm sure everyone gets this. Like you'll have friends like, yo, let's hang out, let's hang out. And you haven't seen them in a while, and you're like, okay, all right, like let's do that. And then like another random person like appears out of nowhere, like, yo, let's hang out. And they're like, dang, I haven't seen them for a while. Like I should try and make some time. But like the thing about here is since I live in New York, like I have an apartment where people can stay at, and it's a lot cheaper for them to just stay at my place than going and getting their own like hotel, right? It's like I'm doing a service, like, and I'm helping them out. And like since they stay with me, they're in my space, and like I don't feel because I'm just such a great host. I don't like I stick around and I don't go to the gym. So then that's like another reason for me not to go to the gym, and I don't go to the gym in the mornings. Or the other thing that like mentally like is a mental battle for me is like I'll wake up in the morning, like I'll wake up at 8 and I'm like just 5 more minutes. And like that's the problem. I just can't do it. It's been really rough. I'll get back into it though. I need to have like a reason to like go to the gym again, like something that ties me and bonds me to it, where I feel, if not motivated by that goal, whatever that is. And right now it's just like there's no hatred in my soul that I can tie myself to. I have no hatred. I'm very enlightened right now. Like I'm just very just like I don't know, like I'm very zen. So there's nothing, no emotional tie that I can gain from it, like anger, frustration, stress. There's nothing in my life right now where I feel like I can defense mechanism, sublimation my way into the gym. Like I can't do that right now. So the only answer is like, well, JQ, you got to go for mental health, and it's just like I don't know. I have no enemies. I mean, dude, like that's kind of how it feels right now. Join a climbing gym. It seems up my alley. Johnny Greer. Is that Chris? Dude, climbing gyms cost a lot of money, and like I also don't find that fun. like okay, I think the biggest thing for me that like is annoying is the transition of like at least leaving my apartment to go somewhere. The closest climbing gym to me is in Williamsburg, and that's far. Like I live really far away from that, and climbing gyms are really expensive out here in the city. Or I live in Brooklyn, but like, dude, it's so expensive, and I'm not willing to like waste my funds on doing that. I'd rather use money to like for videos. I'm at this point in my life right now where I'm now utilizing money that I make from YouTube for videos, like pretty much, yeah. Like this last video, I put in like $100 and something. I know it sounds like a little amount of money, but like it's kind of a lot of money. But I put like, no, I put, wait, $200. I had to buy a whole outfit for this stupid video, and I was so dedicated to it. I was like, I'll put 200 bucks in. Like, if my video does well, like, I'll make my money back, and to me, that's worth it. And like, I think the bit, and also like, this video is really fun for me, so like, this project's worth me investing money. So I put 200 bucks into it. I bought a 90s chore jacket that was Carhartt. I bought this this vintage t-shirt that low-key is kind of fire. Like I'll probably wear it now, but like keep it for sure. But I bought it for the video, and then I also bought some salvage denim. And not only that, but I got Sambas. So like the Sambas I got for free. The only reason I did that was because like I got a promotion. I got a sponsor deal. Like I got a deal, a sponsorship, and like that was like one of the biggest like things for me. I was just like, I could use this for the video. So like there's a whole bunch of thought running through my brain of like, for a video. Yeah, the Arnold Schwarzenegger it's so fire. That shirt's so fire. You like the fit. Look, what can I say? I be sometimes putting it on, even if it's like, okay, like this is with the experiment of me like going out wearing like the stuff I was wearing. I will say I've never felt so a part of like society. Not to say that I'm ostracized by any point, but like I felt. Let me rephrase that. It's not that I was ostracized. It's more of like I've never felt so like welcomed, if that makes sense. Like I know people would be willing to talk to me, but it's just like I'm intimidating by not only how I look, but how people like physically see what I'm wearing. But by no means am I ostracized by society, or am I weird. I am not weird, but when I put on the very normal outfit, it's very approachable. And besides me being really tall and like kind of somewhat big, people talk to me. Like I had people like come and talk to me and like actually have conversation, and I was like very shocked. I would go into store like I've gone into so many stores, and like people would not recommend me anything, no one would try and help me, like people would just leave me alone, like let me do my own thing, which is sick. Like I appreciate that too. But at the same time, like sometimes I wish people would come and bother me and talk to me. And like anytime I would go into a store, immediately as I would walk in, people would talk to me. I went to a fragrance store, and I was wearing, again, like, because it was the costume I was wearing, basically, if I have to label it as something because it's a costume. I was wearing my Selvage denim, Carhartt jacket, the vintage tee, and like my Sambas, and very normal outfit, very chill, like very normal. And when I was in the perfume store, this group of like probably equally as normal, like probably a little bit better than me in terms of like how I was dressed, but like doesn't really matter. Normal dudes like walk in, were like interested in the fragrances, like smelling fragrances, and I was talking to the guy that was helping me look for fragrances, and the guy like started like he was like, "Oh, I heard you were talking about so and so, like, and we just like started having conversation with, like, me and his group of friends were talking about fragrances, and like I've been to that store a bunch of times with like the outfits I typically do wear, and never got any interaction with any of the people in there. Never. That was the first time ever in my life that I've had somebody like actually like, oh, I overheard this, like, and I've used that fragrance, whatever, and like I've never had interactions like that. The same thing with like when I went to a Le Costo, I was getting wine, and like as I walk in, and I was like, again, out loud, I speak out loud like most people do, but like I speak louder because I don't know. But I was like looking at, I was like, oh, I wonder if this is like a good like mixer or whatever. And then the like one of the girls was like, oh yeah, I actually really like that, and like was just again having a very brief conversation with me. I've never had that happen in the five 5 years, 6 years that I've been wearing all black. Never have had that happen to me. And it was like, again, it was my outfit. Again, walking the street, people talk to me. Like, I don't know. It was a very like that's an experiment in itself. But like I don't want to do any public stuff like that. I would never want to film stuff like that. That'd kill me inside, but it's definitely a main factor in a lot of like social situations. Like if you look less approachable, people will, if not be interested, like look at you interested. Also, speaking about looking, if like when I was wearing those outfits, the amount of men and women that would like make eye contact, would stare at my, like literally do a whole up and down look at me so many times. Old people, everybody. Like, and I was like, I'm not even wearing anything crazy. It's just like super normal. I've never had that happen. I've only like, yes, I'll have people look at me, but it's the way they look at you is whole, like it's more of like intrigue versus like admiration. Like people are looking at the outfit as a, oh, this is like I like those jeans, or like it's like, you know what I mean, like facial expression, you can gauge what people are thinking. And like it was more of like a admiring the outfit, even to me, when to me it's like personally it doesn't look that interesting, right? Like I had this dude like fool up and down, turn around too, and like stare at my outfit because I had turned back to see if he was still looking at me, and he was wearing like something similar, like more trendy, I'd say, like more trendier than I was dressed, but he had like some Jordans, like some selvage denim, like pretty wide. I don't know if it was Jordans. I think it was like Gazelles or something. And then like he had like a vintage t-shirt and like some jacket. And like I had passed by him, but he was like fully staring at my entire outfit. And it was like like I could tell it was out of like admiration, or like, oh, that's a cool outfit, like I like that, but didn't say anything. It was just like how he looked at me, and I was like, yo, this is crazy. IDK, bro, maybe you're just attractive drip or not. I mean, attractiveness does play a big part in outfits. At some point I will make a video about that, but that requires a lot of science. A lot of science and a lot of psychology that I don't feel too passionate about looking into yet, to also like back up my standpoints in my ideas and opinions about attractiveness, because attractiveness is very science-based. The halo effect, yada yada. There's a lot of points I can make with like outfits and like obviously like discrediting a lot of people that make fashion content. You'll like I'll talk about it briefly. I will not use any facts to back up any of my statements, but like I think a lot of my statements are quite logical in the sense of way of thought. And if you disagree with me, then you suck. But point being is that like if you notice a lot of the times you'll see in social media that if I was a woman and I was equally as somewhat like if I was attractive woman on the internet, I would love to be an attractive woman on the internet just to post my outfits. I would gain a huge following. Girl, attractive, you got an in to doing anything you want on the internet. Yes, you'll get harassed by men. It just depends on the audience you build up, but like most of the time it's kind of like that. But point being, attractive, you're already in, right? Woman, that's like a 2 for 2. You're going to be successful in whatever you do. It just depends on the content you make and if it's not boring. I say that very loosely, like you can mouth words. If you're like really attractive, you'll make tons of following. Whatever. Let's throw that out the window. The woman effect, like toss that out the window. But if you're attractive, right? You already gotten in. You're a step forward into a good direction. If you are a man on the internet, you know, there's a lot of men that are attractive on the internet. It's like whatever. The third thing is if you're attractive, I'll just say forget the man, forget the gender idea, but if you're attractive and you have good outfits, like, or just know how to dress, I don't know what the balloon thing is. If you are attractive and you know somehow how to dress for your body and or whatever's trending, you will be successful. Because it's your looks are carrying the outfit. It don't matter how well you dress for your body. It don't matter what it is you're wearing. If you're attractive, you will body whatever you're wearing. It don't matter. Dude, attractiveness requires you not to speak because your looks speak for you. You do not. Why do you think so many attractive people on the internet have a following and don't speak sometimes? And when they do speak, people are like, "Oh wow, I never thought you were like, didn't know how you thought like this," or like whatever. It doesn't take much to be successful on the internet. You can script things out. You can time and place when you decide to film things. You don't need to see someone's full personality, and you will never see it on display in a 30 seconds to a minute video. If even that, you will never know what that person's personality is in IRL. That is something you'll never get. If they live stream, you would get a definitely different perspective of who that person is, with how they speak, how they carry themselves, and what they talk about. But online, when you have the window, an opportunity to only film bits and segments of what you decide to speak about, you got all the power to be a personality if you chose to be. It's not hard to play a part. It is hard to be successful doing that because sometimes playing parts can seem like fraudulent, but to be honest, the attractiveness thing will take you very far. Are you saying I'm not pretentious IRL? I'm just normal. I'm normal IRL. I state my opinions IRL. I'm pretty lackadaisical IRL. I don't know. I used to be very aloof. Hating on you from work. Get this. I'm banning you, TJ. Get out of my chat, dude. Wearing basic training outfits is actually rewarding, but I still don't know if that's healthy or the hub type of brain content, Being attractive and wearing trendy outfits allows you to pull in a larger audience of individuals that will, if not subscribe, follow, and or comment and like on your videos. Your engagement will skyrocket. There's a few ways to be successful on the internet besides being attractive. There's the other thing is, if you're at least moderately good looking, like, you'll be successful, but then you have to play the game of either doing rage baiting posts, creative content, or whatever the method is at the moment. The one thing I've seen a lot of the times from my time being on the internet was, and is still going on, it's very prominent, is the men who wear skirts. And that's like a huge thing right now. I've seen it time and time again. Look, I'm stating it right now. I will prove this by posting a video on Instagram, right? I will post a video saying how to, like, I don't know, like, there's a hook to it, but like, how to dress in a skirt as a man, right? This is very clearly rage baiting. This is like rage baiting. Because, like, you know there's going to be a bunch of people that are going to be, like, really pissed off at a guy wearing a skirt. Like, people always feel the need to give their opinion online, regardless if it's stupid or not. But it's super rage bait. You know you're going to get hella engagement, especially if the outfit's good enough, decent. It doesn't look like it was put together by a 5-year-old who just threw on a skirt over a pair of pants. I've seen so many outfits that look like ass, but like get crazy interaction because like people are calling them gay, people are calling them like the slurs and stuff, like whatever. But the point being is that there's people that make their whole personality as a man wearing a skirt, and they get really far because, again, that rage baiting exposure engagement that they get is intense. Personally, I don't like that kind of content. I think it's cool to post every once in a while if you really feel like it. But when you just start, again, going with I've done it before because I was curious in the past. I've worn skirts in the past. I've worn them. But that's not my whole personality. Like, it's just a part of, like, sometimes of what I feel like wearing. I don't got skirts anymore. It's not really my vibe. I don't really feel like I want to toss on stuff. I do have stuff that does look like I am wearing a skirt. I will say. I don't actually have skirts. I have things that look like they're skirts, but they're not, just because of how wide, voluptuous you are. They are, the shape it creates. It looks like skirts. I have things that look like skirts, but they're not. They're designed in a way to kind of appear like a skirt, but it's like, I'm not actually wearing a skirt. You get what I mean. But the thing is, it's like, there's a lot of dudes on the internet that like will make it their personality because they know they'll get views. If their engagement's low, they'll post a video like that, and then they'll get a bunch of followers, a bunch of likes, because people think that they're fighting against the crowd, the people. They're going against the normative. But reality is now, like, fashion's more like accessible, and if not more welcoming in terms of what you could wear. Of course, it depends on where you live. A lot of people have the privilege to live in big cities where they're allowed to wear stuff like this and not get, like, outcasted or looked upon weird. I mean, yeah, you might get it, but at the end of the day, like, no one's gonna really do much. But if you live in Alabama or, like, places that are really conservative, like, of course, you don't have the option to do that, so it might be insane from your part of the world looking at someone that lives in New York City wearing skirts. But it's not that crazy. I get, like, the idea of, like, oh, well, you know, I'm trying to fight against, like, you know, people being homophobic or, like, whatever with this way of dress, whatever. Whether it's historical based, like, I want to bring up the history of, like, men wearing skirts and how skirts were made for men, but then it transformed to it being more feminine. Or, I don't know. I want to challenge the status quo. The status quo has been challenged. Nothing about that is, like, challenging anything anymore. It's already been pushed. But as many people, you know, you can only orgasm more than, like, 3 times before it gets boring or too overstimulated. Maybe twice? I don't know. Point being is that, like, I don't know, it gets tiring to see that, and it's just, like, it's boring. Like, it's too much. I've seen it. It's been done, and it's boring. Me trying to get on JQ's Instaclose sales, but every time it happens, I either have bills or I'm broke. When should I post my Instagram sales? I don't know when. I have so much stuff. Fashion backward outfits. Skirts become popular after A$AP Rocky. It's kind of PMO that people are saying fashion forward after posting basic skirt because that's a lot of what people are doing already. Well, okay. I think the main, like, A$AP Rocky, like, who else was doing it? I think Prince was doing it back in the back in the old times, as well as David Bowie, Kurt Cobain, like, who else? Young Thug. I mean, that's more not. It's pretty recent, but like those three specifically that come to memory, like have worn stuff that have been pushing for more of like a difference with like male masculine presenting people wearing things. These pop stars, rock stars. I don't know. Well, I do know, but I just say that because I just say it. Do you have any tips for taking pics of clothes for resale? Just find a place with good lighting and just take pictures. I'm not entirely sure what to tell you. That's usually like my method. Only 3 times, not a true gooner. I mean, it's like, imagine trying to, as a man, trying to like goon like one after the other. There is no like time to recuperate. That is literally what dudes are doing with when they wear skirts. It's like a consistent push for you to just goon more than once. It's like a repeated gooning. I don't think that's even possible. If that's possible, then, you know, I stand corrected. But, like, I don't think that's possible. You get no intermission. There is no time to recover. It's just you gotta goon after gooning after gooning after gooning. And that's how men are wearing skirts nowadays. It's like a consistent post of rage bait. How much do I bench? Don't even know. I don't know. Why does my bench matter? Dude, all I care about is if you look good, you look good. That's all that matters. You entered the right live stream. That's what you entered in. Thoughts on sex maxing? Women can goon constantly and also wear skirts constantly. Exactly. Do you get what I'm saying here? If a woman can goon moments after gooning the first time in like consistency, but men can't, that's the same idea of how skirts are being worn now in social media. Women can goon on multiple goonings can occur, and women wear skirts constantly, right? That's how it works. But when men goon, you can only goon once, and you only got some time to like kind of lay back and relax to, you know, regain what you've lost. But men are trying to push it to multiple goonings. You can't do that. I'm sure that'll cause like some damage. You suck at gooning. Speaking about the You Suck series, I gotta get more creative. I don't know if I'm going to continue doing that series, but I will do it for the hair stuff. The hair stuff's fine for that series, but I think with like fashion things, I gotta get more creative with titles. I just feel like if I'm not constantly evolving with like the parameters of what I'm making, what's the point, right? I can't follow the same format constantly. I also want to try and change my my thumbnail format to be a little bit more like unique. In a sense, I'm trying to gain an idea of like what I can be doing. I kind of want to fall back into the passion that I had prior to filming editing and doing all this stuff. I've taken time. I have collabed with FHTV. I've already done that, like, a long time ago. It is nice outside, and I'm gonna have to go out today. I gotta go to another event, another Scentbird event, alone. And of course, I broke out on my chin right here. Literally like 3 days ago. Why? My skin was clear, but I got sick, and then I broke out. Like, why? My body does this all the time. I'll have clear skin, but when for some reason I know I have an event on a certain day, I get acne. Am I considered attractive? I think that's a... Personally, I don't think I am. Like... I think, like... I don't know, the chin is an annoying spot. It's not another Axe event, it's a Scentbird. It's a Scentbird event, actually. Karma for my skincare video? I did use a pimple patch, but, like, I don't know. It's like, the thing is, like, this is not even, like, it's going down now. It's like, it didn't even bloom. It didn't blossom. So, I have a sledgehammer jawline? What does that even mean? How will you style white A1s in Archive or Yoji style? What do you mean? I would just view it as another shoe. That's kind of how it is. The next skincare, honestly, like following the basic skincare routine is like the best thing you could do. Like I don't think getting all these extra stuff is necessary, to be honest. It's good if you want to, like, so there's a thing called slugging, where you get a bunch of moisturizer. It's a very product waste, but you get a lot of moisturizer and you put it all over your face before you go to sleep. And what it does is, by over moisturizing your skin, it helps its skin barrier a lot, and it's very, very helpful for the skin. But I will say it wastes a lot of product. So slugging is not related to gooning. JQ, I'm using a dating app right now for the Tinder video. If you haven't joined, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you got to be in the in. I do also have to, like, at some point, I have to film something for that too. You got to be in the in to know the in, and also be on the out. Dude, also, like, I will say, like, I'm kind of pissed. I'm really pissed because I thought I got, like, really good shots of me wearing this Carhartt jacket, but the only picture that I got from me wearing this Carhartt jacket is this picture. This is the only picture I got of me wearing the Carhartt jacket, and it's like, brah. Like, I spent money on that. I spent money on that, and like I didn't even get a good picture of me wearing the Carhartt jacket. It's kind of unfortunate. Inexcusable evil deodorant? That does not sound great. Would you consider Tinder algorithm on the video? Wait, what when you text people, it makes your profile more visible. Also, if you keep longer conversations. Wait, that work? Wait, what? Wait, wait, wait. Wait, 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 wait. Why was that deleted? I didn't know that. I didn't know you had to talk to people. All I know about the Tinder algorithm is like it's kind of like you can get into low elo if you don't get a lot of matches. That's all I know. No, I think I understood what you were saying. I didn't know that you had to mess. Well, in my video, like the way I worked it was that I will swipe right on everybody and I'm not messaging anybody because that requires a lot of work and I think it's unethical because I'm doing it for a video. But I don't message anybody. I just swipe right on everyone, right? Let the profiles cook for a week, and then with the way I'm able to kind of generate an idea of like how well the profiles did, we go based off the likes and also matches. I'm not having Kay talk to them. That's crazy. Super unethical. Like I don't think that's I don't think that's the right way to go about it. Tinder's League. I will I'm gonna pin this message here. If anyone wants to join, we got my Discord there. I would not marry someone that I met on Tinder. I'm Diamond 2 in Tinder. I'm definitely bronze. I think the thing is like depending on how this video goes and depending on how, if people actually really enjoyed it, I would let like the top comment tell me what dating app to use and how I should dress for both profiles and then go according to that because I think that'd be interesting. So it'd be like Tech Bro versus Chad. That'd be kind of fire to see which one does better. That requires a lot of work though to take oh my gosh, taking pictures is so much work. And is it normal for girls to randomly stop talking to you? I really need to know. I'm worried I'm scary and creepy man like JQ. Women have no riz. Men are so easy to the point where like they don't need to develop any sort of charisma whatsoever. Dude, at some point I also want to upgrade like my streaming, the way I like stream. There's a whole like thing that I definitely will be doing at some point to make streams more entertaining, but until that point occurs, then I don't know when that's gonna happen. So, yeah. I want to like, there's so many things I want to do for like everything. Like, I yap a lot on here specifically about different topics or whatever people talk to me about here. I also yap on Patreon about things that are on my mind. See, I would do that, but it's like hard. Jesus. Am I gonna go to Twitch? I don't know, is that even viable? Like, is Twitch even viable for me to do that? Like, I'll get like 10 people on Twitch rather than like the 100 people that are in here right now. You know what I mean? I'd be like talking to a brick wall. Also, like, most people don't really like going on Twitch for like, what do you call it? For streaming, I guess. Isn't Twitch like also bad now? Like I know Twitch is like awesome. Like Twitch is pretty cool for streaming because like you're able to like okay, because the one thing that's good about it is that like oh wait, is because you can sub to people with Twitch if you have Prime, right? You stream hop on Twitch versus YouTube. JQ, what's my abbreviation? That's a very, very strong question you're asking. Kick, stream on Kick. Yeah, I know Twitch stream is a lot better than YouTube from what I am aware of, but I do have a Twitch account. What's up? I don't know how to pronounce your name. Unharness boots? Depends on what boots you're talking about. I mean, apparently you can like cross-platform stream. A move to Chatterbait. I don't think that's the move. That Chatterbait would be insane, actually. Dude, also, like, I had gotten this like, I have a package supposedly coming in, but, like, it still has not moved since the 9th. That kind of got me worried. I think, so YouTube doesn't allow people to stream from the get-go. Now you need to be established first. Oh, really? You can't stream just, like, immediately? I'm actually kind of surprised by that. I thought you could. Selvage denim. $100 for selvage denim? I mean, what selvage denim is like what kind of selvage denim are we talking about here? I mean, if you can buy it used, you can always buy it used. I did stream on Twitch before, a minute ago. I have done that though, yeah. I was streaming a bunch of different things, but it's all like, I don't know. What's my other Tinder personality? So I made so the first one was like based off like how I actually dress, and the other one is like the more like the average meat sack of male, which would be what do you call it? You know, vintage streetwear stuff, more vintage stuff. There's like a $50 salvage on Uniqlo, but that's shite. Let me fetch the website here real quick. I mean, honestly, just buy it used, to be honest. I wouldn't buy firsthand. Bloomer JQ. I mean, I could switch to Twitch, but like, I don't know if that's like, it's like building a whole new audience on a whole different platform. And I mean, I've done that before, like, and I've constantly done that before. Like, I mean, I could do it. I think like YouTube's a little harder to like, YouTube's harder to make money on because, I mean, a lot like people have to like donate, right? But on Twitch, all you got to do is like Twitch is like people have like Prime things, like people already have Prime, so they just like will subscribe or like, you know, sub because they have that free Prime thing that they get. So it kind of makes sense. Uh, I don't know how to multi-stream. I probably would. What is a downside? I mean, if I multi-stream, I don't think it really matters, but I'm not entirely sure how I can set that up because I'm like pretty technologically illiterate when it comes to that. I could probably have a friend help me do that, but um, dang, dang. I don't know. It'd be weird. I don't know, cause like I don't. The thing is, like, anyone that's on my Twitch now has been on my Twitch, has been on there over there because I stopped, Twitch or streaming on YouTube. So it's like a whole different. Again, I have to build a whole different audience. It's also really hard to like grow on Twitch too as well. Well, I'll figure that out another time, but Chris, maybe you help me do that. They want to cancel. They want to cancel Prime subs, as far as I know. Really? Isn't isn't Amazon the only reason they're like staying afloat right now? That's kind of dumb. I mean, like, I feel like it's worrying because like you go to that platform and it's like slowly dying. YouTube's a wave. I think every platform makes really dumb decisions. I mean, Pokemon's now streaming on a bunch of other platforms now, right? The Kick Casino deals is waiting for me. I don't think me gambling on stream would be kind of insane. I mean, I think YouTube could like they should fix their streaming like platform by like allowing a lot of extra features for viewers to be more entertained by like the chat, YouTube chat. I feel like if they did that, they'd have something going good here. Ah, that's crazy. Casino fashion. I don't know if I want to do like brain rot lives. All right, I think we do like all right, what do we watch today, guys? What do we watch today? Well, actually, maybe I switch over to this account actually. I'm gonna switch over to the... I feel like watching YouTube today. No more yapping. The Jubilees video on millennial versus Gen Z fashion. Is that that's a thing? Oh boy. Alright, we'll take a gander. Just gotta move chat over. We'll see how this goes. Alright. I actually need what do we watch? Is that really what we're watching? Have you watched the FAPAQ video when they dress in all black outfits? Never watched them, but I mean, we can take a gander. We can take a look. Gen Z versus millennial fashion. Oh, wow. Oh, it's this video. Dude, this kid sucks. I hate that kid. I've seen his videos before. I dislike this, I was just like, Gen Z, are the elders right? Alright, let's see this.
Really up to
This, like, I remember seeing, like, a clip of this video, and, like, it actually kind of made me mad. I can't lie, it actually kind of made me mad. Like, I don't know if I could, physically handle watching this. It's not from stream, because I don't even have our thing connected. Literally, his statement is, what's the issue? Like, this, I hate his content. I've seen his content. His content sucks, but this kid, like, literally that statement, that sentiment is what's flawed with this generation right now. It's like, it's the idea of, like, needing to one-up and to be so eccentric that it comes off as very costumey. And I think that's the main problem with this generation, is that, like, they want to look so, like, insanely interesting to be perceived as they're cool that it comes off as a costume, because this looks very costumey, and that's what a costume is. It's easy to put something on. It's super easy to put something on that is, like, you know, will gain attention, but it's hard to, like, figure out what you actually, like, how can you actually, like, wear something that showcases who you are. And if, like, that's his personality, like, of who he is, like, I want to be out there, like, then you suck. Like, I don't know.
like hence my
Wanna one up and get more out there. Like, that's not what fashion is. It's like, fashion's about, like, not one-upping and being more out there. Like, that comes with time and expression, right? Expression doesn't also necessarily need to always be so eccentric. That might not be everyone's cup of tea, because not everyone's insane. Like, you come across people that are very zany, very out there, but that's every so once in a while. Not everyone needs to be so individualistic to the point where they're, like, insanely, like, crazy. Like, I don't know, I call this style stinky style. The fashion stereotypes video is something I'd want to make, but I consider this style, what he's wearing, stinky style. Like, wait, is 5 good, or is it, like, is like is one good? I don't know where they found these people. I actually don't. Like this outfit, this I don't know, is that Gen Z? Wait, am I a millennial? I don't think I am. Can we run that? I hate this.
Like those white ones. Oh,
Yeah.
The Dirks?
those are
If
juicy.
it was up to me,
I'm-
he'd be first.
No, that's what I'm saying. I
He'd
agree
be
with that.
first.
Why? Because he has Dirks on?
Yo, can you put the glasses on too? Like that's an accessory.
I feel like there's a lot of mini details that
No, this outfit sucks. Like, I think if he got rid of this,
tie
like
it
the
all
puffer jackets, like,
together.
Yeah, it's the rings, the jewelry.
weird.
I figured I'd be probably like 1 or 2, which sounds very pretentious, but
I hate, also, like, that's not being... I hate when people use that word, like, a lot. Like, people to call me pretentious, it's fine. But, like, when people use it so loosely, it's like, it's this new buzzword that, like, it's just so easy to gravitate towards. Like, I don't... you just have confidence. Like, I don't think it's being pretentious.
I don't
like,
know. I just figured based off millennial fashion, that's probably where I'd land.
I would personally put him a little lower just because
Yeah, this guy sucks.
Very,
This
like-
outfit sucks.
skinny.
I personally
Do you hear that? You hear that? He said, because it's skinny. Because it's skinny, he wants to put it at... I didn't know buying a very specific item means you're into fashion. I hate... I hate people so much, like... Oh my gosh. Okay, like... I want to make this a very strong point here, is that, like... It does not matter. It does not matter what items you're buying. It doesn't matter if you're buying Rick Owens. It doesn't matter if you're buying, like, certain pieces. That does not make you into fashion. Like, fashion isn't about holding objects or buying objects. It's about the way you represent yourself by wearing the items. It's not by owning designer. Like, oh, I have Yoji, now I'm into fashion. That's not the... That's like putting, like, that's like price gatekeeping in a sense, where it's like, until you own a designer, then you're not into fashion. That is not true. Like, that actually makes me kind of angry a little bit. Like, it's stupid. Agree and disagree. Like, you don't need to own, like, okay, I'll give this a really good example because I'm going to be making a video of this idea at some point, but fashion, being into fashion isn't defined by the items you own, it's by the consumption of understanding what fashion is to begin with. Do you need to know the history to be in fashion? No. Do you need to be able to enjoy and understand the artistic endeavors of the designers? Yes. If you have a strong intuition of enjoying an art as what it is, you're into fashion. Fashion isn't defined by the clothing pieces you own. That's based on capitalism. You need to own these items to feel like you belong somewhere in a community. You're being influenced by capitalism. Once you own this, you belong to this community. Capitalism. Like, you're falling for the trap. And if you disagree with me, you're just a part of the problem. Fashion isn't about owning items. It's about understanding it's like what it does for people and what it does for you. It's not by owning pieces of clothing. Sure, like you'd be like, well, a dude that buys H&M and Zara, they'll say they're into fashion. Being into fashion, like getting into like very designer-esque items, it's an upgrade, and it's like very difficult because it's a privilege to even be into fashion. Those people that say they're into fashion are buying H&M, Zara, Uniqlo and stuff, like, to me, I think it's just a lack of discipline and a lack of, you're able to buy and purchase stuff for exceedingly amounts of money. You could save your money and then buy pieces that require a higher definition of what I'd like to call better cuts, construction, and style, overall, but I mean, most of the time, people aren't really interested in that. same line of thinking of anyone who writes as a writer. I think there's certain premonitions of like entry level things that you might need to do, but I think for the most part, right, not everyone can be an artist, but people can appreciate art. And I think, does that make them a critic or an artist? It doesn't. But to me, it's like, you don't like, do I need to like, people, there's so many designers out here. I'll give you a great example. There's so many designers out here that don't know how to pattern make, don't know how to sew, don't know how to like cut fabric, don't even understand fabric, but will draw and create items and that look good. There are some there's actually some really big designers in high fashion that are like that, and they still make good stuff. But that does that, what do you consider someone being a designer? I think anyone that expresses that they're into fashion, to me, it's like, I never say I'm into fashion. I just say I like clothes. There's like a huge contrast between the two. And I think for the most part, it's just like, I think to me, I think you're into fashion when you're past the period of being delusional. That's when I feel like people are into fashion. When you move past the idea that you need to prove that you're into a hobby, that you need to prove yourself to people, that you need to prove that you're the best at doing what you need to do, that's the delusion period. And that's what most of these people are in. Where it's like, I need to feel like I'm insanely dressed. I need to feel like I'm a sore thumb in public where people are like visually always constantly see me, the attention. Once you move past that, and maybe if you still dress like that, you've moved past the the delusion period, I like to call it. So like a guy buying a crappy Squire guitar and calls himself a musician. I mean, it's just like being like, everything's so subjective when it comes to like art or whatever. Anyone can claim being an artist, but what makes them valid in being artistic, right? It's usually public eye. FHTV hits the nail on what you're talking about regarding designers as much as how they know they're actually doing. No, I haven't. I mean, there's a lot of designers that are in the scene that have varying levels of like experience. But I think for the most part, it's just like, I think what matters is like mostly with, I think every designer needs to learn how to sew and pattern make and create things on their own rather than just paying and throwing money at somebody to help create something that they've designed in their head. I'm not a designer by any means. I've learned how to sew. I've learned how to make clothing. I've done it before. Would I feel like I'd want to do that? No, I don't. I do design pieces and I have like envisionment, but if anything, I'm creative direction with things. I am not a designer by any means. My co-partner is a designer. She does everything. Like, she's insanely talented, but I would never claim to be a designer, nor would I feel like I want to be a designer. Again, I think a lot of the times, like, a lot of people out here now feel inclined to try and prove that they're into something that doesn't really matter. I don't think... Nah, bro, all the designers need to have blank T and anime Pinterest design. Opinion on my co-partner, they're great. Kay makes great stuff. She's talented. She's like probably one of like, I think she's one of the top people in her class in Parsons, actually. Very talented girl. That's why I work with her. To call my girlfriend, me and Kay are not dating. She's co-partner in the brand is what it is. What do you call it? I mean, I think a question to ask everybody in here is, what, in your opinion, what makes somebody into fashion? What makes somebody into fashion? Not someone that's a designer, but what makes somebody into fashion? Because, I mean, there's a scaling to this, right? Being into fashion requires a lot of different things, but one of the three pillars of fashion is excitement, human interaction, and self-expression. Those are the three main pillars in fashion: human interaction, excitement, and self-expression. Those are the three main pillars of what fashion is as a whole. So going based off that idea, there's a difference between what people think need to occur rather than what is actually going on. So, what proportion, silhouette, color coordination, thought behind what's put on, those are all explanations, like in a logical sense, of what makes a good outfit. But that doesn't mean that they're into fashion. That's like a logical stance of what makes a good outfit. Those are examples of elements that makes a good outfit, not what makes somebody into fashion. Watching FHTV. I think that makes a good, like, it's not me educating you, but like I think that just makes, because I have the same mindset, right? If we take a step in the direction of viewing it like that, I view it more of like, do they have intuition and an idea of what is a good outfit? But if that's what they're accomplishing, of what they wanted to put on, and it doesn't look pleasing to the eye, then, you know, so be it. But if they claim to be the best dressed, then I'm gonna pull that out. Your outfit sucks because of those main reasons. To me, someone in fashion is when they start observing fits of every person when they see on the street. So, you know, a lot of these answers, do you believe in social commentary aspect of fashion? I mean, that's kind of what I do in my videos most of the time. Or maybe understanding of what you have to wear to certain places, not to be a weird one, but to be nice dressed one. I think that also, that's going more towards the direction of you dress up for occasion rather than for what you feel and want to express in the moment. I think you can dress appropriately to certain occasions, but still have your own spin of style incorporated in it, instead of conforming to a strict dress code that is a format that you will follow and also just belong in a crowd or a herd where you will not look like any different from the rest. Now, I'm not saying different in a sense where it's the idea of like being so overly dressed and insanely, like you have to look so crazy, but I think there's a way to do that. I mean, obviously if you go to a wedding, you're not going to go balls to walls, but there's so many different things you could do. Maybe having some sort of purpose to be projected with their clothing choices. Yeah, self-expression. GBH, I think you're into fashion when you start to try to figure out how someone, not personality, more like how they might emotionally express that through an outfit they wore. Then what do you mean by social commentary? Like, what do you mean by that? Social commentary. Social commentary is very general, like a very general statement of what it is. I critique the culture of fashion. I critique a lot of commentary people do have that is very social, but I don't know what you're referring to by social commentary. It's a very general way of speaking, or statement, I should say. The problem with this video, one, I think, like, for the most part, a lot of what fashion is just, it's currently just away from genuine emotion wantings. A lot of, like, these people that, like, all these people that are speaking, they're viewing fashion as a sort of competition where they need to be, if not feel like they are a person that's ostracized from what normal society wears, where they feel like they're individualistic in their own right, enough to feel like they don't belong. I'm so different. I am weird because I dress like this. I'm into fashion. You don't get it. I hate that idea. We have to remember they're literally getting paid to do these videos. The thing is, hold up. This kid makes this kid right here, he makes fashion videos. I've seen it. I hate them. I dislike the content. And his ideas of what he was even spewing is very much what this generation currently thinks fashion is. A cesspool. What constitutes a good outfit? I think if you use the elements in fashion, which are about 6 elements, or even 5 if you don't wear color, if you use those elements very well, then your outfit would probably look very pleasing to the eye. Generally, but that Jared guy makes out like videos. I dislike them very much so. These are just like, I mean, I don't know if they're actually influencers, are they? I know this kid is. I've seen his content. This kid's, I hate his content. I don't think I can, oh, that's annoying. Oh, can we watch this? Yeah.
The bottom, and then we'll go up. What's the shoes?
No, don't do that. I'm not telling you guys the shoes.
You're not telling us the shoes?
No, but I'll
Okay.
tell you the significance of this dress that I'm wearing.
Okay, what's the significance of it?
This came out runway piece the year that I graduated high school.
Oh, wow.
And I always wanted it.
If it loads.
We are in Paris. What are you wearing today?
I am wearing a beautiful Vetements t-shirt.
He just does these videos where like you're like these people are the content. Like it's such a lazy format. It's such a lazy format. Like you're not at all like, you just ask questions of people that look interesting or that are really attractive, and that's the format, and you just get like whatever it is. I think it's so lazy. It's like you're farming people's personality for content because you're boring. Like, I don't know.
Gown with a very long
Oh my
train.
goodness. Okay, what's the shoes? They're hiding.
Oh,
Are there shoes?
There are shoes.
Okay.
They're stompers. They're junior stompers.
Okay,
I
okay.
needed a little height for this.
Okay,
so
I see. Are you usually like down here?
I'm a short girl.
Oh,
Yeah, I
wow.
don't know if a lot of people know that, but I'm a short
Wow,
queen. I'm a
yeah,
short
it's
queen.
like a mystery. And then what's the jacket that you have?
The jacket is a Vetements shearling oversized
Ooh,
moment.
okay, and
Look
is this a
this
little
way.
baggy?
It is. It's a little bag. It's a little.
We're in Paris, so explain your outfit. What are you wearing? Just go through everything.
Well, you know, I'm wearing all Vetements.
Okay, head to
You
toe,
know,
head to toe.
Head to toe Vetements.
Can we see the shoes? They're like hiding.
Yeah,
Are there
yeah.
even shoes?
Bro, there's shoes, but you know, like,
Oh my god!
they got triple, so, you know, because, you know, to pull up with these huge pants, you know.
I don't know, dude. It's literally just the same format of just like interviewing really eccentric stuff. You know, you'll get like it's like rage bait maybe. I don't know. It's like what is this outfit? Like what? You have to interview like characters. I hate this content. It works though. He's loud on purpose because like being loud means you get more attention. You suck at buying clothes. He stole my title. Everyone's a pig for the content slop. Frugal aesthetic opinion. He just caters to a mainstream audience and has mainstream takes. I don't know. There's not much to say about that. Oh man. I like how like Inexcusable Evils is like starting to become like such a huge like thing. Never Too Small is a dope channel.
Archive fashion, the tribe of smelly garment wearers.
The contradiction I'm referring to is mainly in the explanations behind the work of CCP. An example of this would be how his first women's collection came about.
I love Never Too Small. What is that? I spelled that wrong. Oh, they're kind of huge. What? Tokyo thing? What is this? Are they an architect thing? Oh, do they like transform, they transform like homes, right? Or like apartments into like, because they're like too small. Hence the name. Holy crap, it's 3:20 already. Oh my gosh. I gotta shower and it's gonna suck.
The studio was originally a metal
Dude, this
frame
apartment's
double
fire.
garage.
What the hell?
I
Oh,
live
that's
here
so
with my
tiny.
husband and our 2 kids and dog.
They're
We
house
purchased the
flippers?
block in 2020.
Whoa, that's
having moved
crazy.
from the
What?
East to the south coast for a temporary sea change. We saw an opportunity to create a compact and sustainable detached studio on the block.
No, this is awesome. What the hell? How do I control my hair when it's really windy? You don't. You just deal with it. JQ, I'm gonna get a cut. I'm gonna cut my hair. I don't have any specific style in mind. I'm shorter. My hair's chest length and really annoying. I'm scared of social places. Felt intense. Need to yap. Dude, just gotta, I don't know, just get your hair layered and textured. I mean, that's the best thing you could do. The frugal aesthetic video was just making fun of edgy people, I think. What video? I may have watched it already. Sometimes I'll take a gander. Like, I watched this last time on stream. I'll watch this another time. Like, I don't feel like watching a frugal video right now. I'm more curious about the home, this apartment.
Low carbon footprint, so really valued using local and sustainable suppliers and manufacturers wherever possible. The only thing remaining from the original garage is
The fashion tryhard video. I don't like. Okay, this is what I'd say. This is what I'll say about frugal aesthetic. Like, I think frugal. It's like his content. If there wasn't that many edits to it, I think it would be boring to hear his takes. He has a lot of editing done that, to me, I think kind of distracts you from really like considering or thinking about like what he's actually saying. And if he didn't have so many edits going on, I feel like a lot of the times he'd probably lose a lot of his audience, considering it just kind of like reels you in with a lot of it. And to be honest, again, the takes are very simple, they're very mainstream and very easily agreeable. Like, there's nothing that's going and or contrasting enough to make somebody think, oh, this is like a crazy take or something new and informative. Rather, I hear the same take constantly going. I mean, all his videos are really like, they're highly edited. They continue to grasp your attention, and again, like the takes aren't that insane, and like to me are always very mainstream, a mainstream approach to a conversation that could be heavily like developed into, that could be a lot more into what he actually thinks of. I mean, I don't know. I think joking and stuff is like, it's fun, it's funny, but like, you know, I copy his thumbnails. What, Wojaks? Well, I didn't know Frugal Aesthetic made Wojaks. He was the one who made the Wojak thumbnails. My face is in the thumbnails. If people click on my on my videos, it's because my face is in there. Frugal's like thumbnails are really like minimal. His like his style of like thumbnails are super easy to like kind of look. You just put a shoe and a Wojak. It's pretty simple. But sometimes people aren't trying to be a tryhard. Maybe it's for the art side of it. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? I mean, if you want to call my thumbnails lazy, like, call it what it is, because it's pretty lazy thumbnails, I mean, to be honest. I mean, I try to, like, add a bit more stuff going on, rather than just a Wojak and, like, an outfit now. But my thumbnails are lazy. Not all of them are lazy, but most of them are really lazy. It's a super simple format to follow. To get your point across, but I'm trying to like change like my thumbnail like ideas around a lot. Like starting now, I think I want to try and create something a bit more interesting. I do appreciate when people make like really interesting thumbnails. I think it's like fun to do. What does God think about clothes? What are clothes? I mean, Dante, if you'd like to express more of an explanation on that, Jesus. Wait, how do I like look at my all black thumbnails? I mean, I could do that. I don't know, like, my thumbnail style right now is, like, I use Wojaks, but, like, I put a bunch of stuff of what I'm usually talking about behind the idea, I guess. I mean, I don't know, my thumbnails are super simple. They're not that insane. I don't want to do all black thumbnails. I don't know. I want to figure something out. Because, like, the one thumbnail I actually really liked making that I thought was really fun was my fashion frauds one. Which I'll show you. It's this guy right here. This thumbnail specifically. Like, I thought this thumbnail was pretty cool. I used a bunch of, like, TikTok stuff with, like, things I had in that video. And then I also had, I commissioned somebody for this art, actually. Which was my friend that actually made my, my title. Or no, like, my profile picture now, this thumbnail specifically. This is a good thumbnail. I like this thumbnail, comparably, but I don't know, like, a lot of, I tried understanding how, like, the art of thumbnails, but a lot of them were, like, kind of lame. I didn't even make this thumbnail. Someone, like, was like, I'll make you a thumbnail, and I was like, okay, sure, like, I'll let you try. This was a pretty cool thumbnail. You know, I started innovating. Also good thumbnail. Great thumbnail. I don't know. I still feel like I could improve a lot, but right now the meta for me is like face in the middle with like the background stuff like that. I want to try going down like a more, I don't know. Cause like I'm like, oh, if you go too minimal, like minimal is always better, but like this proves otherwise. Like this thumbnail proves otherwise, like tenfold, because it's like a lot going on, especially in the background. Like everything's covered up, but I'm like, oh no, I have to go minimal. But like, I mean, some of the like, I don't know. I'm not entirely too sure what I want to do. Like this is a very minimal like thumbnail. Like this one's not that insane to look at. It's like super simple, but I think a thumbnail is like hard to do. Apex Twin beanie, a lot of views. Anything with Apex in it. Yeah, this guy. I think also like the reason this one did really well is just like it's the title, probably the thumbnail, but definitely the title. It's not your fit, it's your body. Like I'd click on that. I'd be interested in what this dude has to say. Some of these topics that I've made, like it's just like the reason why like some videos have low views is just, again, it comes down to like the conversation of what it is. I like realize that a lot of the times it's like, yeah, I do have a large audience, but people aren't going to be watching like your videos unless they feel inclined to, like, they're curious about what you got to talk about. Mixing metals, I mean, you could do whatever you want. JQ, can you name the 5/6 elements of a good outfit in your opinion? It's not my opinion. It's the elements in fashion. These aren't my opinion. They're a fact. A food outfit. I love making fragrance videos though. They're like really fun to make. I do want to do like an iceberg fragrance video. I think that'd be really fun to make at some point. That is the idea. At some point I'll do that, but right now I'm working on that Tinder video, so that's kind of why I've been kind of like here, there, everywhere sort of thing. Wojak supremacy. I'm like trying to figure out if I want to keep using Wojaks. Like, I get why people use Wojaks. I'm like not the only person that does it, but I also kind of want to figure out a different way of doing things, but I don't know. Wojaks are great because it gives you an idea of what you're expressing, like emotion-wise, but, you know, it's like oversaturated, but, you know. It's like, what else would you use besides a Wojak? It like makes sense. But I want to do an iceberg though. Put on Soltella's armor. It works, but I'd be interested in something different. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I gotta figure things out. I keep them for certain videos. Just use iPhone emojis. Is that the new meta? Is that the new meta? Windy Goon? Who is that? Is that a... Why does the person sound familiar? I also gotta get off pretty soon. Oh, this guy. Yeah, dude, his thumbnails are pretty cool. They're like insane. Like, this is crazy amount of like work into the thumbnail. I wonder what his like old thumbnails look like. Make an iceberg video. Using Rage Comics would be Pog. Yeah, these are like insanely good thumbnails. It's like an iceberg, I see. Oh wow. I gotta get inspired, and then after a copy from a copy you find yourself. Yeah, my necklace is Yoji. Rage Comics. Oh, not those, bro. That could be funny though. All right, guys. I do need to head out and like get ready for this event that I have to go to. Another event where I got to be social alone in the city. It's gonna be great. Again, I told you guys I'm pushing myself to go out and do stuff like that, but you know, that's just kind of how it is. Jaded London is not worth it. They are overpriced for the quality. Definitely not worth purchasing. Go buy used product. I don't recommend buying Jaded London. First hand, even if it's on sale, not worth it. You're still contributing. Buy used. Save your money. Illustrator's a cool guy. Makes good demos too, but not for your style of videos. Bring a stim toy. My stim toy is my phone. I'll stare at my phone and ponder. I will take pictures at the event, hopefully, but we'll see. I'll see you guys later until the next time I go on stream. But remember, I stream between now. I'll stream between 2 to 3. Seems like that's what I'm streaming now, but 3 to 4 is usually Eastern Standard Time is when I usually do start. I've started earlier, sometimes 2, so maybe I'll catch you guys again at that time earlier. We'll see, but I'll catch you guys later. We had a nice, good 2-hour stream, and I got to rush to get ready. Super awesome. I'll catch you guys later.